So the first thing that I have for us today, class, is going to be our neck rolls. All right, so I want to have kind of our neck and shoulder, kind of more rotator cuff type stuff and postural type stuff going to be on Wednesdays. Kind of pair that with our frontal workout. All right, frontal Wednesdays. So what we're going to start off with is that neck roll, and I can actually turn and face you for this one. So basically, I'm just going to imagine that I am able to draw circles with my chin, and we're going to work on drawing as big of circles as we can with that chin. Now we're going to a point of mild discomfort here, not any sort of pain or anything like that, just like with our static stretches, so keep that in mind. Okay, as you go, I want to go for 30 seconds in each direction. All right, so remember which direction you go the first time so you can do the opposite for the second time through. All right, let's get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, just drawing circles with the chin. Going to a point of mild discomfort, not pain. If you feel any pain, pick a little smaller range of motion where you do not feel that pain. Let's remember to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth as well. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Let's do the same thing in the other direction. Go ahead and go right into it. Again, just drawing circles. Hopefully you're able to draw the same size of circles, going each direction with the chin. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now from here, class, I'm going to turn to the side, and we're going to do our posterior shoulder circles. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. So those posterior shoulder circles, right, we talk about wanting to get the shoulder blades to move down and back, okay? We don't want those shoulder blades to be hunching forward. That can cause issues for the shoulder joint, all right? So again, we're working on, I'm just going to draw a big circle with the tip of my shoulder. We're pretending that there's a dot on the shoulder, and we're going to try to draw a big circle with that dot. All right, so I'm shrugging up, and then I'm bringing them back and down. And when I get into this position here, that's my good posture position. I'm going to hold it for about a second and then go right into my next circle. All right, hold that good posture, pinching the shoulders back, pinching them down, and then into the next rep. All right, let's go for 30 seconds together in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Get that nice little pause. Just like a second, a 1 second pause there. Checking my time. Couple seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, with this next one here, class, I'm going to keep this same posture, but I'm going to stand because my legs are getting tired in that kneeling position. All right. So again, going to turn to a side view, and I'm going to get a little bit of hip and knee bend here. I'm going to turn my palms up with my elbows bent in. All right. We've done the single arm external rotation before, class, where we're pinching an object underneath our elbow, and then we are bringing out the resistance band, trying to work on that rotator cuff. Well, here's that similar kind of a warm-up for that exercise, that type of movement here. Instead, I'm going to have my palms facing the ceiling, and I'm going to use both arms, and I'm going to keep my elbows in place as I bring my thumbs out to the wall on either side of me. Now, I'm also going to focus on pinching my shoulders back, getting a nice big chest as I do this one as well. All right, I'd like to do this one for 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on to a different muscle group. All right, so again, I'm just going to the side here to kind of show that posture, and then I'll turn partway through to show the hands going out. All right? So we're gonna go for 30 seconds together. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Big shirt, pinch the shoulders when those thumbs get all the way out. Push out the chest, pinch those shoulder blades. I can hear people with squeaky shoes walking out in the hallway. All right, I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna show the thumbs going out. And you see my elbows are staying in place. They're staying near my torso here. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Relax, very good. Now from here, class, I want to go into our bicep curl. All right, we're going to have our bicep and tricep exercises paired with our outer hip and inner hip work, not hip. All right, outer hip and inner hip. All right, so can't speak today. So anyway, bicep curl class. We already know how to do this one. We're going to get set. Maybe a little bit of hip and knee bend here, and I'm gonna have my palms facing my body. You can choose whichever weights you want. You can go with your light weights, your heavy weights. You can do no weight at all. Heck, you can even use your resistance band if you wanted to, if you want to establish that double leg anchor. But anyway, I'm gonna start off no matter what I'm doing. Palms are facing my body. I'm twisting my palm up toward the ceiling as I bring my hand to the shoulder. And I'm twisting my palm back to face my body as I bring my hand back down to the starting position. All right. Now from here, class, let's remember we can go both arms at once, right? Remember the palm twisting, or we can just do one arm at a time. All right. So keep that in mind. Either way, class, I'd like us all to go for 30 seconds on this warm-up set. I'm going to turn and face to the side. All right, we'll do this one together in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm going one arm at a time here. I'm getting that nice twisting of the palm as I bring my hand toward my shoulder, right? I want my palm facing the ceiling, then my palm faces the shoulder as I get the hand all the way to the top of the rep. Checking my time, 15 seconds left, or 10 seconds left, sorry. Gotta do my math right. 3, 2, 1, relax, very good. All right, gotta try to keep time on my watch while I do those curls. But now, for the bicep, we already know, because I said it a few seconds ago, but we already know that if we're gonna work our biceps, we're gonna work our triceps as well. So I have my resistance band here, and I wanna work us through our hammer extension exercises, okay? And remember, class, these take a little bit of setup, okay? So here you see I'm grabbing my resistance band on the handles. I'm gonna wrap up a little bit of excess on each hand, okay? And you wanna wrap up the excess for this one. So what I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna bring my arms up to shoulder height, and I'm gonna place my left hand on my right shoulder, okay? So the left hand, go to the opposite shoulder, the right shoulder. Now you see, if I keep my arm elevated, now I'm in a position where I can hammer a pretend nail, an imaginary nail, into a wall in front of me. You see, I'm extending my elbow against the resistance there. That's gonna work my tricep, okay? Now I'd like us to go with 10 reps on each side here, and then we're gonna move on to our final warm-up exercise, all right? So I'm gonna stay turned to the side here. Let's get that band excess wrapped up around the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. I'm bringing my left hand to my right shoulder, and now I'm gonna hammer in that nail for 10 reps, all right? We're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now I'm going to do a frontal view for this last set. We've got 10 more reps. This time I'm going to bring my right hand to my left shoulder. Okay, so that way I can do the other side. And we've got 10 more nails we got to hammer in. All right, I'm getting myself set. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now I'm going to set my resistance band off to the side. You may or may not want that resistance band later, depending on the outer hip work exercise you choose to do. But our last warm-up here, actually one that I forgot to have us do last Wednesday, now that after I thought about it last Wednesday, is our lateral leg swings, all right? So I have my chair or my wall here for a little extra support if I want it, and I'm gonna work on, again, we're gonna get a nice full swing. So if I start on my right foot, okay, this is my right leg, I'm gonna be swinging my right leg across my plant leg, right? I wanna get the inner thigh working here as well. So I'm just gonna go out to the side. I don't want those boxes inside covering. I don't want the chair covering either. So as I swing my leg out, I'm pointing my toes in that direction. So as my right leg goes out to the right, my toes are going to open up and point to the right. Okay? As I bring my leg back in, you see I'm now pointing my toes forward and then to the left. All right? We always want to have those toes pointing in the direction of the swing. All right? We're going to get a lot more stretch happening in that leg when we do that. All right? The same thing on the other side. The toes point out to the left. When the leg's going to the left, the toes point back to the right, and the legs coming to the right. Okay? Now, let's get ourselves with 30 seconds on each leg here. All right? Find that chair or wall. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Again, open up those toes, pointing the toes in the direction of your swing. You'll feel that especially when you open up to the outside. You'll feel that in the inner thigh. That nice stretch. Control your body here, class. We do not want to have our torso be kind of whipping around all over the place. You want to stay steady over your plant leg. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now let's do the same thing on the other side, all right? Shake out that plant leg if you need to. We're going to get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 30 more seconds. Point the toe outward as you swing out. Point the toes back in as you bring the leg back in. Checking my time. 10 seconds left here, class. Keep it up, and then we're going to move into our balance work. Hopefully we're feeling that plant leg working as well. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, the balance work. We've already got our chair or our wall here, okay? And we're going to go into our stances. So remember, class, we have those 5 stances: wide, narrow, staggered, tandem, and then single leg. All right? And then we're going to continue combining those 2 movements with one of those 5 stances. All right? We've got either both arms up and down at a time, or only one arm up and down at a time. All right? Whatever you prefer there. Again, as always, class, make sure that you're choosing a combination of stance and movement that's going to challenge you, but that is also appropriate for you. All right? So remember, as always, we have 4 sets of 20 seconds here. Find your chair or wall. Have that there. Don't depend on it completely, though, right? If you never take a hand off that chair or that wall, we're probably not going to be gaining a whole heck of a lot of balance. All right? So pick your stance, Pick your movement. I'm gonna go with staggered stance for my first set, and I'm gonna go one arm at a time, all right? We're gonna get our first set of 20 seconds. Getting started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Very good. You want to continue breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, I'm going to switch feet. Remember, if you're staggered, tandem, or single leg, that you get an even number of reps with each foot in front or using each foot, okay? Let's get our second set in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Set number 2, 20 more seconds. There you go. Sounds like there's a xylophone going off in that other dance studio. Must be doing that for their performance over there. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, set number 3, I'm going to go single leg. I'm going to go with my left leg as my plant leg here. All right. I'm going to continue with my single arm up and down at a time. All right. And we're going to get ourselves started in 1, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Set number 3. Again, keep that chair or that wall nearby. Keep that breathing. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. All righty, class. One more set of 20 seconds. I'm switching legs. Going single leg on the right foot this time. All right. Let's get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Very good. It helps if you focus on a stationary point out in front of you. There we go. Just focus those eyes on something out in front. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Shake out those plant legs a little bit if you need to. If you're doing the single leg work, let's move on to our power. All right. First exercise. It's Wednesday, so we're going to be doing our pillow slams. All right. Oh, that was probably a good enough angle already. All right. So pillow slams. As always, class, 2 sets of 8. For the first set, I will slam to the chair. For the second set, I'll slam to the floor, all right? And remember, when we slam to the floor, we're working on our deadlift mechanics there, all right? Either way, class, no matter what we're doing, we're getting set athletically with that pillow held down here. We're coming up into a nice extension, almost like a hip thrust, right? I think I've said that before, right? We're coming into a hip thrust, and then we're gonna slam that pillow down. Now, that was a pretty quiet slam. Remember, I want you to get a nice loud slam, okay? That impact is indicative of the muscular work that you are doing, all right, when you are doing that exercise, all right? It's indicative of your power. So I'm gonna set that there for now. The exercise that we're gonna pair with that is gonna be the leg swing with the freeze and the go. And before I start, I'm going to move these dumbbells before I step on them and trip over them in front of everybody. Now, the leg swing with the freeze and go, that's going to be linear, okay? Because we already did lateral in the warm-up. So I'm going to go forward and backward. I'm emphasizing the back part of the swing as much as I do the front. And then my job is to catch you off guard. All right, 3 or 4 times, I'm gonna yell freeze during that 30 seconds and try to catch you having to get your balance quickly, all right? So we'll do 2 sets of 30 seconds on each side, on each leg, to match the 2 sets of 8 with the pillow slam, okay? So let's grab our pillows here. And again, like I said, I'm gonna slam to the chair first. and I'm gonna try my best to make sure the pillow actually stays on the chair after I slam it, all right? But we're all gonna get set athletically. We've all got 8 reps starting in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up. Get that impact. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4, halfway through. Uh-oh, that's 5, 3 more. 6, 7, last one, and 8. There we go. I only had it fall off the chair 1 time. All right, put that back there for now. Now I'm gonna move this chair a little more forward. And let's go into our leg swings with the freeze and the go. Now there is a little bit of a cardio component to that pillow slam, all right? So try to catch your breath here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're gonna get ourselves started. 30 seconds on each leg, and then we've got our last set of the pillow slams, all right? We're gonna get started in, hold on, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead with that swing. Forward, backward. Freeze. Go. Just 1 or 2 seconds on the freeze. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Relax. Very good. Now switch legs. That means I'm switching sides. Let's do the same thing on the other leg. All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Relax. Very good. Hopefully I'm catching some of you off guard there. Hopefully I'm not getting too predictable with my freezes. Just try to scatter them throughout those 30 seconds. But, oh shoot, I don't need this. That way. All right, so last set of the pillow slams. This time I'm going to the floor. I'll do 4 reps facing the side and then 4 reps facing the front. Remember, I know that we're going down lower to pick up this pillow than we would be with the laundry basket when we do deadlift. But let's just try our best to keep our chest up, keep the eyes up, shove the knees out to the walls on either side of you, and then keep that back nice and flat as you drop your hips. All right, so let's get ourselves 8 more slams together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up. That's 1. And lift that pillow up. That's 2. 3. Get that impact. 4. All right, I'm going to turn. 4 more. Go ahead. That's 5. 6. 7. Last one. 8. Very good. All righty, I'm going to fix my pillowcase here. Oh, maybe later. That's it for the pillow slam. I know I've said this to you before. It really bothers me when the corners on the pillowcase don't match up with the pillow. That always happens when we do the pillow slam, so I'll just fix it later. But I'm going to catch my breath. That's some powerful movement that we're doing there. Now, let's get our leg swings. 30 more seconds on each side. I'm going to go with a forward view, or frontal view this time. All right? We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Emphasize the back part of your swing as well. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Relax. Very good. Let's go one more time. One more set of 30 seconds. Switching the leg. All right, we're getting ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Oh, wait a second. I'm doing the wrong leg. There we go. Whoops. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Go. Freeze. Relax. Very good. All right, I'm going to move this chair back here. Let's go into our first resistance training set. Catch your breath. Grab a sip of water if you need to while I go over this first exercise. We already know what it is, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I've got my chair here. I'm going to make sure I'm sitting up nice and tall. Good posture, just like we worked on in the warm-up. Big chest, pinch the shoulders. I'm going to scoot up to the front of my seat, and we're going to work on our outer hip and thigh musculature. So if you remember, if you have the straight line band, double it up. All right, and then you're going to want to hold on to it. I'm going to step through the band here and get around my knees. Now, if you have the full loop band, you can just double that thing up and then just place it around the knees. You don't have to worry about holding it as much as I do, all right? But again, we're just going to work on shoving the knees out to the walls on either side of us and then coming right back in, all right? If you choose to do this one here, we're going to go with 20 reps total for 2 sets, all right? 2 sets of 20 reps. Now, if you prefer to do something else, we also have the lateral leg raise. Now, keep in mind, class, we are not going to the same range of motion that we do with the leg swing, all right? With the leg swing, we cross the leg, the plant leg, as we go back and forth. With the raise, we're just going to start next to the plant leg, go out, and then come back in to meet the plant leg. Okay, we're not getting that full range anymore. Now, let's keep in mind the direction of our leg when it's going out, the direction of our movement. I want to be going out to the side, but also back slightly. If I turn and do a lateral view, which I could probably do a little more of, I'm going to turn out to the side. See how my leg goes back slightly as well. My leg goes back. It doesn't have to go all the way back here, okay? And I don't want it to do that either, because if I get my leg going out too far or too far back, I look at my torso. My torso is no longer aligned over my plant leg, and you want to maintain that. You always want to keep your center of mass over your plant leg during your swings or your raises, okay? So you don't want to go out too far. Just go to where you feel your muscles working, and then bring the leg back in. All right, so I'm going out and back slightly, bringing that leg back in, okay? Now, when I think about this outer hip and thigh work, okay, whether it's the raise or the outward knee press, I actually made an adjustment for this week. So let's forget about 2 sets of 20 reps. I actually want to do 2 sets of 16 reps for the outward knee press, and 2 sets of 16 for the leg raise. I know typically we do 20, but remember from Monday, this week I'm trying to get a little bit of a deload where we kind of cut a few reps here and there throughout the week, and then eventually the kind of chipping away a few reps will accumulate into taking a lot of reps off for this week. All right, we want to have deloads scheduled in periodically. All right, we don't just want to be going 100% all the way through the semester, okay? So we're going to cut off 4 reps for each set, whether you're doing the outward knee press or the lateral leg raise. And then my job is to try to remember the correct numbers. So I'm counting to 16 for both reps, 8 on each side. All right. Now, this next exercise will be a little easier for me to remember because I haven't changed it. It's going to be the bicep curl. Okay, and this bicep curl is going to be exactly like how we did it in the warm-up. Pick a weight, heavy weight, light weight, or no weight. You can go with your resistance band as well, and you can go with one arm or both. Just remember that your palm has to start out facing your body, and the palm has to twist toward the ceiling, and then have the palm facing the shoulder as you bring your hand up to the top of the rep, then twist the palm back down to starting position. All right, facing the body again. That'll be 2 sets of 30 seconds. So that one hasn't changed. And you're trying to get as many reps in that 30 seconds as you can. All right? So I'm going to quit talking now finally. Let's pick your exercise for the outer hip and thigh. Either the outward knee press or the lateral leg raise. We're going to get 16 total or 8 on each side. I like to give an extra second or two for everybody to get situated. All right, I have my chair or my wall here for support. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm going out and back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's switch legs. Go right into it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Very good. All right, now let's grab our weights. I'm going to go with my light weights for this first set. I'll do the resistance band for the second set. All right, so get ourselves situated. We have 30 seconds together. In, hold on, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm going single arm for this set, as you can see. Remember, you can go double if you want to. Just get those palms twisting. We call that supination, right? Turning the palm up to the ceiling. You want to remember that? Your biceps are secondary supinators. And we want to get that extra work as we do our curl. It's like remembering to get our glute pinch on the deadlift and on the RDL. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. I'm going to set these off to the side, and I'm going to do a lateral view for this leg raise exercise this time. All right, this is our second time through, so it's our last set, and I'm going to turn my chair this way. All right, so again, 16 reps on the outward knee press, 16 reps or 8 on each side for the lateral leg raise. All right, and we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming out and back in. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switch legs. That means I'm switching sides. Go ahead. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Very good. Now, I'm going to move this off to the side. I'll need that later. And like I said before class, I'm going to go with the resistance band for the bicep curl this time. I just got to do my best to be able to watch the time while my hands are going up and down. So if you're doing the resistance band, we're going to get that double leg anchor set up. And then you just manipulate the handles the same way you would the dumbbells. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Going single arm once again. Very good. Keep your breathing. A little bit of hip and knee bend is always good during the bicep curl. Checking my time. Still got about 3 seconds. Oh, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. That is it for our bicep. I have to do a little bit of math when I'm keeping track of the time now because I don't know how to use the stopwatch on this watch yet. So I got to kind of figure out what's 30 plus the second marker that we're at that time. And I got to do that math while I'm remembering the number of reps and all that. So sometimes I go past the 30 seconds, but that's okay. All right, a couple extra reps is okay. All right, but catch your breath, get a sip of water if you need to. And we're gonna go over our pillow squeeze. So I got my chair back and I've got my pillow with the corners not lined up with the pillow all that great. There we go. All right, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this pillow in between my knees here. And remember, we can make this exercise as intense as we want it to be, right? So you press into that pillow as hard as you want to get as much out of that exercise as you want to get, okay? But again, just a quick review, we're gonna be doing 2 sets of 5 reps with this one, all right? When I squeeze, when it's time to do the rep, I'm gonna tell you to squeeze, all right? When I say squeeze, press those knees in, and then I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. When I say 3, remember class, we relax, all right? When I say squeeze for that second time, we squeeze again, 2, 2, 3, and then we relax, all right? We're gonna go to 5 that way, okay? Now, the exercise that we're gonna pair with that is gonna be our tricep work. And as always, we have our overhead tricep stretch today. Not stretch, that'll be for the cool down, but our overhead tricep extension, that's the word I'm looking for. I've got from a side view, I'm keeping my nice tall posture, and I'm gonna get these weights held kind of behind the back of my head or my neck. And you see my elbows are bent, they're pointing toward the ceiling. I want to keep those elbows locked in place, okay? That doesn't mean that you're going to be perfectly keeping them still, all right? But you don't want them moving around a whole bunch because then we're altering the exercise, all right? So keeping that posture, we're going to extend either both arms up and back down or just one arm at a time up and back down. Okay, now just like with the bicep curl, I'll give you a choice of either your lightweight, your heavyweight, or going with no weight. Now I would maybe recommend doing the lighter weight for this one, but again, I'll leave the bicep and the tricep work up to you. All right, for the resistance that you would like to use. Now, as always, if we're a little wary of overhead resistance, we do have our tricep kickback. So if I find my good athletic position, here we're going to be a little bit more bent forward as if we're doing the RDL or the bent over row. And I'm going to lock my elbows in place next to my rib cage and then get my nice kickback. So I'm extending at the elbow, coming back to the start. I can go both arms at a time, like right there, or I can go one arm at a time, all right, for this one. Either way, class, we're going to do the same 2 sets of 30 seconds with the tricep work that we did for the bicep, all right? But let's start off with the pillow squeeze. Our first set of 5, I'm in my chair. I've got my pillow almost ready to go. There we go, got my corners lined up, all right? So I'm gonna make sure I keep my nice tall posture here as well. That's very important, all right? We're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. 2, 2, 3. Squeeze. 3, 2, 3. 2 more. Squeeze. 4, 2, 3. Last one. Squeeze. 5, 2, 3. Very good. Remember that squeeze, the intensity of your squeeze depends on how much you want to get out of that exercise. Now, I'm going to go with the overhead tricep extension for this first set. I'll do the kickback for the second. All right. Now, I've got my light weights here. I'm going to get them behind my head or my neck and keep my elbows in place for 30 seconds. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Going both arms together with this one. Keep those elbows locked in place as best you can. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep those elbows as still as possible. Keep that breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Let those arms come down with control, just like in the cool down. Now, let's get our second set of the pillow squeeze, our second and final set. And we should not need our pillow after this final set. All right, got my pillow ready to go. Checking my posture. Want to make sure I'm sitting up nice and tall. Let's get our last 5 reps together in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. 2, 2, 3. Squeeze. 3, 2, 3. 2 more. Squeeze. 4, 2, 3. Squeeze. 5, 2, 3. Very good. I'm going to go set this pillow over in the railing over here. Hopefully it stays. All right, and let's knock out our last set of the tricep work. And we're going to try to fit our last superset in here today as well. I'm going to go with the kickback here. I'll do a side view once again. Finding my athletic position with a good forward lean. Got my elbows locked in. We've got 30 more seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Going double arm once again here. Don't forget, you can do single if you want to. Keep that breathing in through the nose, not through the mouth. Keep your posture, whether you're doing the kickback or the overhead extension. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, I'm actually going to hold on to these weights. Grab a sip of water. Catch your breath if you need to. I'm going to go over our core exercise first. And that one today is going to be our standing lateral lead. All right? Now, with this one here, we've done this one a few times before. I want to be standing up nice and tall here. Okay? And you see I have a weight in each side. It's the same starting position that I have for my bicep curl earlier. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to let one weight slide down the lateral or outside of my thigh toward the outside of my knee. Okay? Now you want to find a depth that's going to kind of challenge your mobility, and it's going to make the opposite side of your torso work really hard to get you back up to your upright position. What you do not want to do is go down so low that it hurts your back or hurts your hips. Okay? So keep that in mind. You're finding that point of mild discomfort, just like with our stretches and a lot of our exercises, our dynamic stretches. Okay? So we're going to alternate between right and left. And as I slide down, on this side, I'm sliding down to my left knee. I'm going to feel the work and the stretch happening in the right side of my torso, right? The opposite side of my torso here has to now work hard to help pull my torso back up to the upright position. Now, if I turn to the side here, I want you to make sure that you're not leaning forward or leaning backward. We want to be standing up nice and tall, and we want this weight going straight down. We don't want going forward or backward. Okay, we want that weight to slide straight down the side of the leg, and then we're going to bring it right back up. Okay, we'll do 2 sets of 30 seconds, and then just like with the bicep and the tricep work, I'm going to give you the choice. Either no weight, light weight, or heavy weight for that 2 sets of 30 seconds, all right? Now, the next exercise that I have for us is gonna be with the same light weight for me, because that's what I've chosen to use. It's gonna be the upright row, okay? So here, I'm getting a little bit of hip and knee bend this time, all right? And I'm more upright, right? So I don't want this forward lean, but it's an upright row this time. Now, my hands are gonna be starting down by my thighs, and I'm gonna pull them up toward my armpit. You see my elbows are pointing up to the ceiling, all right, as I come back down. Now, in the past class, we've done 2 sets of 15 reps. Today, we're gonna do 2 sets of 12, okay? Another example of me kind of chipping away a few reps here and there, all right? So hopefully it accumulates to a large number of reps that we've chipped away over the course of this week, all right? That deload as we move forward, okay? So let's start off with the standing lateral lean here. Like I said, 2 sets of 30 seconds. I'm gonna do this one with a side view, all right? Because it's really important that we remember to be staying straight up, nice and tall, and let that weight go down to the side, all right? So let's get 30 seconds together in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Again, not counting reps, just using our time, 30 seconds. Try to stay up nice and tall as best you can. It helps if you're looking forward as you go. Find that point of mild discomfort. 5 seconds left, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now from here, class, I'm just gonna hold on to my weight and let's go into our first set of the upright row, okay? So now I'm getting a little bit of bend to my hips and knees. My weights start in front of my thighs. We're gonna get 12 reps together in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? I'm coming up and back down. That's 1. Point the elbows up to the ceiling. Bring the weight back down. That's 2. Up to the armpit. 3. Pinch those shoulders back. That's 4. 5. 6. Halfway through. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. And 12. Very good. Shake out your shoulders a little bit if you need to. Let's do that last set of the standing lateral lean here. One more time through with 30 seconds. I'm standing up nice and tall. I'm going to do a frontal view for us this time. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Again, step nice and tall. Let that weight go straight down to the side, the outside of the knee, and back up. Find that comfortable range of motion. Make your torso do that work on the opposite side of your lean. Five seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, one last set of our upright row, 12 reps, and then we're off to the cardio. All right, so I'm gonna get that same hip and knee bend, a little more upright position. Let's get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Coming up and back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway through. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, and 12. Very good. All righty, I'm setting those weights off to the side so that they're away from my feet. I don't need this chair either. Let's go over our cardio work here. Now, our first exercise is going to be our half jack. All right, remember our 3 progressions. We have just one side of the body moving at a time for our first progression. So here's my right arm and my right leg going up and out together. Now my left arm and my left leg going up and out together. That's your first progression. Then it's both arms coming up no matter which leg comes out. Okay? Now this is my favorite one. This is the one that I tend to do for all 3 sets. And remember, we can work our outer hip and thigh here as well, just like we do in the outer hip and thigh work that we have for earlier in the workout. So that wider step, pointing my toes out, that's going to make my outer hip and thigh work a little bit more as well, along with the shoulders. Okay? Now the final progression is the full jumping jack, all 4 limbs going out together. Okay? That'll be 3 sets of 30 seconds for that one. Now, after this, or this next set here, we also have our lateral marches, or that exercise I'm going to say, lateral marches. So, with that one here, we'll relax and reset, and we want to think about opposite hand or opposite arm going up with the opposite leg. So here, left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg, and we're just going to take maybe 5 or 6 steps to the right, 5 or 6 steps to the left. All right, working laterally, and that lateral movement is going to work the outer hip and thigh as well as the inner hip and thigh as well. That'll be for 3 sets of 45 seconds. All right, so we're going to get ourselves started with we'll start with the half jack. All right, for 30 seconds. In, I want to get a nice round time here. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Half jack. First set, 30 seconds. Very good. Take a nice wide step. Get those arms up. Nice reach. Keep that breathing as you go. Checking my time. Got about 7 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Lateral marches. Make sure you have the correct arm and leg going up together, right? Playing that game of opposites here. I'm also feeling this one in my hamstrings. Get those knees and toes pulled up as you go side to side. Keep that breathing. Very good. Got about 20 seconds left here, class. Keep it up. Nice job. I'm steadily getting closer to the camera again. I always do that on lateral marches. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Back to the half jack. I'm gonna have to put something on the floor as a marker so that I know where I'm at. That way I don't steadily move forward toward the camera. Very good. Second set. Hopefully you can hear my breathing there, class. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as I go. We're going to transition in 3, 2, and 1. Relax and reset. Lateral marches. Very good. 45 more seconds. Very nice. Keep it up here, class. Keep picking up those knees and those toes. Remember those stepping mechanics? I'm trying to stay behind that rung there on the wall so I don't get closer and closer to the camera. Still got 20 seconds left here. Keep it up. Or 15 seconds left, sorry. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Half jack. One last time through. Very good. Breathing into the nose, not through the mouth. Get that nice wide step. Get those arms up nice and high. As high as you're comfortable. Get some nice shoulder work here as well. Checking my time. 3, 2, 1. Relax and reset. Last time through on the lateral marches. Trying to stay behind that rung. Get the correct arm and leg going up there. Hopefully I've been doing the same. Keep that nice tall posture as you start to fatigue. Try to step nice and tall. Big shirt, pinch the shoulders. Checking my time. Very good. Got about 15 seconds left. Keep it up. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Catch your breath. Breathing into the nose and out to the mouth. Grab a sip of water here. I'm going to go out of gallery. Do a quick once over of my cool down, then I'll come back and check for thumbs. All right. Very good. 5 stretches to go through today, class. Again, nice and short warm-ups and cool downs as far as number of exercises. And there we go, I want a gallery. All right, got a small group today. I see a thumb there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. All righty. Let's go ahead and get ourselves started. I'm going to go back to Big Chris, and oh, my video's already pinned. There we go. When the video's already pinned, it doesn't let you. Doesn't even give you the option to pin it because it's already pinned. That makes sense. All righty. So let's start off, class, with our wing spread stretch. So with this one, class, this one's also a chest stretch as well as a stretch from the front of our shoulder, which works because we did our upright row earlier today as well. All right, so with this one here, we're going to get our arms up to shoulder height, and you see my thumbs from the side. My thumbs are pointing up to the ceiling. Now I'm going to turn my thumbs down and back. All right, so my thumbs are coming forward as I point them down and then back behind me. All right, go ahead and start that stretch. We've got 30 seconds on that one. And remember, class, we're getting our bicep involved here as well. That's the primary target. You might also feel this in your forearms, in the front of your shoulders. And if you push your arms back, you might feel this in your chest as well. All right, 10 seconds to go. Keep it up. Keep that breathing. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let those arms come down and dangle. All right, that one can be a little bit of a tiring stretch, so I like to let the arms come down. All right, now, next stretch I have for us is going to be that tried and true tricep stretch. So I'm going to turn to the side, just like I do with the back stretch. I want to make sure that I turn to the side so we're reinforcing that posture. The first thing I'm going to do is get one arm up, and then I'm going to give a gentle tug on the elbow, and I want to emphasize gentle. All right, be careful with your shoulder here. We're going to go with 20 seconds on each side because it is an overhead stretch, and we really want to focus on our breathing. All right, we're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. 20 seconds on each side. Stay nice and tall. Keep that breathing. Checking my time. Still got 5 seconds left. Keep it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let your arms come down with control. Now let's turn. Actually, you just switch arms. That means I'm switching sides. All right, now it's my right arm coming up and over. We're going to get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Gentle pull, keep that posture as best you can. Nice stretch for the tricep. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now from here, class, I want to go to the wall. All right, and I'm just gonna turn. Actually, no, I'll bring the laptop with me. I had the laptop plugged in again. Sometimes I forget to charge it when I go to sleep. But I want to do this wall twister stretch, and I have to kind of turn my back to the camera again for this one. But with this one here, class, I want you to remember we have those imaginary spots on the wall. So just like, think about the V-step, right? We have those 2 spots on the floor where our feet start, and then the 2 spots out in front of us that are out wider. It's the exact same pattern on the wall. So I've got, actually there is a piece of tape right here. There's a piece of tape right here. We're imagining another spot here. That's where the hands start. Okay, hopefully you can see those hands. Now we've got 2 wider spots, one here and one here. I'm gonna slide my right hand up and over to the opposite side, and I'm gonna get a nice stretch going down the opposite side of my torso. This is gonna get the standing lateral lean and the half jack complemented for us, all right? We're gonna get 30 seconds reaching to each side together, all right? We're gonna get started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. I'm sliding my right hand up to the left, holding it for 30 seconds, and hopefully I'm not taking too many paint chips off the wall. Halfway through, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. I've got 2 more stretches after this one for us, and then we're done for the day. 3, 2, 1, relax, very good. Shake that arm out a little bit if you need to. Let's do the same thing now to the other side. So my hands are at the default position, and now I'm gonna bring my left hand up and to the right. And get that stretch on the opposite side of the torso. Go ahead and start if you haven't already. There we go. This shirt's getting small for me. Hopefully I can keep it down low enough. There we go. 3, 2, 1, relax. Very good. Now, class, like I said, 2 more stretches. I'm going to cover that camera up like I probably should have the last time I moved us. I don't want to make anybody dizzy. There we go. So, last 2 stretches I have, we've got one that we can do standing and one that we can do from a seated position. The standing stretch here, class, is going to be our standing groin stretch for the inner hip and thigh. All right, so here I'm going to adopt a nice wide position. And remember, you can always have your chair or your wall next to you if you prefer to do the standing groin stretch. But here, I'm not out too wide. I don't want to get into a dangerous position. But I have my hips and knees bent. I'm going to lean to one side. So right now I'm leaning to the right. My right leg is taking on my body weight, while my left leg gets a nice stretch, okay? And I want to keep my nice tall posture. Big chest, pinch the shoulders. When this leg starts to get tired, when my weight-bearing leg starts to get fatigued, switch over to the other side, okay? You're not just switching based on a cadence, you're switching when you feel tired, okay? Going back and forth. Now, as always, class, with that one, I'm gonna have us go for 1 minute, okay? 1 minute on that stretch of you going back and forth at your own pace, okay? Now, for those of us who wanna do a seated version of that stretch, I'm gonna have you sit down in your chair and scoot to the front. I'm gonna tilt that camera down just a little bit, all right? Now, I'm gonna get a nice wide stance. It's almost gonna look like I'm doing my hamstring stretch, but my feet are gonna be out a little bit wider, okay? Now, I'm gonna do that same lean, okay? I'm gonna lean toward my right leg. This leg's gonna bend a little bit and take on my body weight. This leg on the other side is going to lengthen, And as I'm leaning, I'm also going to turn and rotate. So I'm not just leaning over, I'm rotating toward my weight-bearing leg to get that nice stretch in the torso, all right? It really helps if I lean forward as well, all right? Kind of like with the hamstrings. I'm really leaning forward, leaning to the side, and rotating to get that nice stretch, okay? Let's get 30 seconds on each leg for that one, while those of us who want to do the standing stretch go for 1 minute, all right? So that way we have the same start point, same end point for everybody, all right? So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Getting that nice lean to one side. I'm either sitting or standing. Either way, we're getting a nice lean, getting that nice stretch on the inside of the thigh. 15 seconds left before we switch. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch if you're in the chair. If you're standing, just keep switching back and forth at your own pace. Got 20 seconds left. Keep it up. Remember, if you're standing, we're getting both sides at your own pace there. 10 seconds left. Keep it up. Keep your breathing. Keep your posture, whether you're sitting or standing. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Now, our final stretch, I'm sure you can all guess what it is going to be our waiting room stretch if you're in the chair, or our seated figure 4 on the floor. All right, so the waiting room stretch, remember, I'll turn to the side for this one. We can cross the ankle or cross the legs, at the ankle, below the knee, or above the knee, whatever you're most comfortable with. And make sure that you're scooting up to the front of the chair. I'm going to get my nice tall posture and get a nice forward lean. I don't have to lean very far forward to get a nice stretch here. All right, just make sure that you're keeping your posture. We'll get 30 seconds on each side. If you prefer to do this kind of stretch on the floor, I can bring myself down here, cross my leg over at the knee, and then slide my foot toward my hips. All right, and then just try to make sure that you're keeping your nice tall posture as best you can on the floor. All right, so what I'll do is I'll do 30 seconds of this stretch on the floor. I'll do 30 seconds from the chair, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, we're gonna get ourselves started in 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Slide that foot toward your hips if you are on the floor, and then do your best to keep your posture. Your posture's compromised a little bit when we are on the floor, but we can still do our best to stay nice and tall. 10 seconds left before we switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Go ahead and switch legs. I'm going to switch to doing the chair version. All right, go ahead. 30 more seconds. Keep your breathing, keep your posture. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Halfway through, keep it up. Very nice. 3, 2, 1, relax. That's all that I have for you for today, class. I want to thank you all so much for participating as always. And